Scarred Chucky doll. A new version of the character sold at Home Depot for the 2025 Halloween season from the Chucky horror franchise. Despite this prop not releasing yet on the website, I was actually able to purchase this through my local Home Depot. Anyways, let's go ahead now and take a look at the Home Depot 2025 Chucky Animatronic. Alrighty, hello everyone, this is Halloween Haunter here, and welcome back to another Halloween video. In this Halloween video, we have right here is the Home Depot Halloween 2025 Scarred Chucky Animatronic. Now, I picked this up at my local Home Depot, and I am super excited to finally have this guy. I've been really wanting it since I saw it first initially teased, and I have the original Chucky, so I may as well have the new one. By the way, the box is just like the last year Chucky. Very nice, like licensed packaging for the prop. Looks very good. Okay, anyways, let's open them up and see what we got. I'm very excited to finally have this in my hands. Here's all the parts in there. We got the base. We have both of his arms. We have the arm with the knife, and then we have his just normal hand. We have his instructions right here. Okay, I see his face now. Here's his two arms, or legs, I think. Yeah, it's his legs, actually. We have the mechanism body piece right here with some shoulder brackets and the control box. Very awesome. We have the adapter in here, his shoe along with another one, and then last but not least, well, actually, we have his clothing right here. Technically, it's like weirdly attached. We have Chucky's head itself. And wow, that face looks awesome. I forget how big it feels. Like, this prop is pretty big, all things considered. Really awesome to see that face up close. Wow. Anyways, let's go ahead now and begin the setup of the Home Depot Halloween 2025 Scarred Chucky Animatronic. We will start off our setup here with the base and then his two shoes. They're not like labeled any way specific, so it can go any way you would like. We will attach both his legs now. We will take his clothing and put those over the leg poles. I've also undone the zipper in the back so that I can put the clothing through that as well. I will take his body torso piece and snap lock that onto the leg poles. I will take his adapter now, and I'm going to attempt to run it up his clothing. It might be a little bit tight, actually not too bad, and plug it into the adapter jack on the control box. I will pull his clothing now back on over the module. I will take just his standard hand and put that up the arm sleeve and connect that to the body. Now his hand with the knife, I'm gonna actually take the cotter pin out of the arm, and then I will put his arm through the arm sleeve and connect that. I will connect the Velcro strips on his hands. I'll make sure that the wire goes through the actual arm sleeve, and then I will take the head now finally and take the cotter pin out and connect that to the bracket on the body and put the cotter pin back in. I'm going to connect all of his wires now. There should be a couple to his head, one for the sensor and two for the arm. I'm going to zip him back up now. I'm going to fluff out his hair a little bit as well, get it a little bit more nice, do some readjusting, make sure he is turned to the on position, plug him in, and you're pretty much all good to go. And that's how you set up the Home Depot Halloween 2025 Scarred Chucky doll. Let's go ahead now and roll that demo, and then we'll discuss my thoughts on the animatronic.
Now sit back and learn from the master. First thing we gotta do is get me out of this body once and for all. I'll be back. I always come back. Yay. But dying is such a... Tiffany, will you be my bride?
So there you saw was the scarred Chucky doll in action. Now, how do I feel about this prop? Well, so I plan on doing a separate video in the future comparing this Chucky with the original model, but essentially the difference between this one and that one was some movements were different, and the most obvious thing was the faces. The original Chucky doll resembled more of a classic, like, non-scarred Chucky look, more clean face. And I thought that was really cool just because we get a lot of like scarred Chuckies in merchandise and even props. That's nice to get the other take of him, just a more classic look. However, having a now scarred version of that, I do want to say, even though I'm really glad that that one exists, I like this one a little bit more. Again, I'll do a comparison more in the future, comparing how similar they are and how different. But I think right now I do prefer this one more just because I feel like it's a much more polished prop. This new scarred Chucky has a servo axis in the arm, meaning it kind of goes back and forth and up and down, which is really awesome. I think that's a really cool change. I think the original one was like more visually impressive, but I think this is like still impressive in just a different manner because of that new servo movement in the arm. I wasn't really sure when I first heard about it if it was gonna look good, but honestly having it in hand, I think it's a really cool option. I love the stitching around his hands. They look really good. His face looks awesome. The scarred look is really good. It's that same silicone face. I love his one eye that's like slightly shut and the other is stitched together. You can see the markings around there. Looks really good. I guess the paint could be a little bit better in some areas, but I think it's fine overall. He's got really nice luscious hair. He's got some stitching from the hair as well. And then his suit is really good. It's a bit tattered in some areas. There is some stitches around it. Looks really good. Shoes are awesome as well. There's some dirt on them. This prop just generally looks really good. And the animation is fantastic. This animation is amazing. The servo head moving around, the eyes moving, the eye blinking, the hand moving back and forth and up and down. Genuinely phenomenal animation for only $230. Keep in mind, this is a price raise from the original Chucky, which was $200. This one being $230, honestly, is still worth it. Another weird thing is the knife. And the knife looks cool itself. I like how this one actually has blood as well. It looks really good. However, it's got like a weird like light in it, if you can tell. It actually has a lights only mode where you can just have the knife light up. And like this looks fine, I guess. I mean, I feel like it doesn't really contribute anything to the prop. It's not, to me, like that bad, but it's not anything that good either. I don't know what they were exactly intending for with this. I think it's kind of cool in like maybe a horror room to have that light up, but I don't really know if it was needed. If you really don't like it, you can just simply unplug it. It's not a hard thing to do, but I do think it's kind of weird that it has that. I'm not entirely sure why. Aside from that, his audio is fantastic. He actually does reuse some of the lines from the original Chucky, but those lines fit this one a lot more because usually those lines were used with this scarred Chucky look, and I think it just fits better. I also like how this one has like background ambiance and music because the original didn't. So after it was done talking, it was straight up just stop right there. With this one, since it has like background music and ambiance, once it's done talking, it'll still continuously move throughout the music and the background sounds. I think that's really cool. I think it's nice to have a Chucky with like a longer activation time. And it takes its time with its animation. I don't really have much wrong with this guy, honestly. I just have a couple complaints. Number one, he is louder than the last year one, but I still wish he was louder. I think it's just that speaker they're using isn't producing a lot of like sound coming out of it, so it is a bit quiet. For the demo, I had to actually hook up my mic to him just to get that better sound. And then my second complaint, honestly, would be that it's kind of a weird one, but the control box is so low down that his zipper doesn't access it. So when you're like trying to switch this guy from like lights only to step pad or switch it to the on mode, you have to like actually take the prop apart to even access that. It's super tight down there, super annoying, don't like that. But aside from that, I really don't have much complaints. I think this Chucky's phenomenal. Home Depot did once again really good with the Chucky prop. I am generally really happy with this. It's definitely one of my favorite props of the year. He's just really well done, really well built, really great quality as well. I don't know if I mentioned that. The quality is fantastic, really sturdy, really nice metal, really nice gears. And I would 100% recommend it if you are still wanting a Chucky or you want another Chucky. If you have the original Chucky, this one goes great with that. And there's also a new Tiffany doll this year. So if you want to get Tiffany, I think she pairs better with this Chucky. So I think honestly, if you're going to pick any Chucky prop this year, you should get this one. With that being said, that will conclude this video on the Home Depot Halloween 2025 Chucky doll animatronic. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next Halloween video.